Hang around with me for just a few minutes and see how you can get absolutely flat slabs without the use of a CNC by using Stone Coat Countertops portable slab flattening mill. So Stone Coat sent me one of their slab flattening mills to test out. Here I am unboxing it. We're going to put it together real quick in just a few minutes. And right at the end of the video, if you hang out long enough, you'll see how great this thing is and just the awesome results you can get from it. It comes with everything you need: the rails, the wheels, the brackets, the router sled attachment, and all the bolts you need as well. It's pretty simple and easy to set up as well. You've got 4 wheels per bracket that you're going to mount with 4 bolts that have lock nuts to hold them nice and steady and secure. Use a wrench or a deep well socket with a screwdriver to mount them all. For the track itself, you've got 2 really nice long aluminum sturdy tracks. You got 4 carriage bolts. You're going to use 2 on either side in each track for the brackets. You're going to put on the lock nuts, hand tighten them, and then just tighten them up a little bit, but leave them a little loose still so that the track and the brackets can move around for the next step.
Now we'll repeat with the other one on the opposite end over there. Now comes time to mount the plate to the router. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 4 factory bolts that come with our router, and we will replace this plate onto here so that it can fit in our grooves on our track. When you pull these screws out, if they're too short, you're going to want to take those to your hardware store and find replacements. The ones that come with the original mounting plate for this are metric. They're smaller. They fit 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 holes. This plate uses 3-hole pattern, and the 3 that line up are these 3 are marked with pencil here. This one, and this one. They're larger. They are not metric, they're standard. If you use the Bosch 1617 and want to use this plate for that 3-hole pattern, you need to get the ones that are 1024 in size.
So those screws that I just showed you were 1.25 or 1.5 inches long. Those are actually too long. One of them ended up hitting on the back side of the plate where the handle is, so you probably need to go about 1 inch long to be safe.
So I went ahead and tightened one side up first on the rail, square, so that I know I'm square. The other side is still loose, so move it around.
You want to slide your mounting plate in and then the rail over, but make sure it's not too tight. You want some room in there to move around. Then you're going to go ahead and finish tightening up those bolts on that side. This is the little bracket that holds the plate from coming off the end of the router sled when you're using it. So it's just an Allen key and another little lock nut, so make sure you tighten that in.
Now we go over to our board, which we're going to use as a routing sled table, which this is just some 3/4 scrap wood that I've had. We've got a couple pieces of wood on the side, and this is how your wheels line up to it. You can go straight onto the plywood, but because most of the pieces I do are pretty thick, 2.5 inches or so, we want to get this depth between where our blade is going to be and down here a little taller, so we're not taking too much off. So you put a little sacrificial piece, a little scrap piece along both edges. If one side's tight, we are going to raise it, rest those wheels on that corner, and make it square up a little bit. We're going to slide our router piece down here, and that way we know that that's also the right width.
So then we're going to go ahead and tighten up those bolts on both sides of that permanently, just like we did on the opposite side, as well as add the stopper for the plate.
And there you have it. Router sled that glides as smooth as butter on these nice wheels. This will be the side that I'm going to mainly work from, so that way I'm not hitting these rails. And then the excess is on that end. This is about a 4-foot wide piece of plywood, but it can go up to, I believe it's 60 inches. And essentially, with the right size tabletop, you could have an infinite length to plane, because as long as you got this piece going that way, I mean, you could go 100 feet that way if you wanted to, if you're doing a really long table. I mean, I've done 14-foot tables, 16-foot tables.
So let's go ahead and give it a test run here. We're going to use a little piece of scrap oak that I've got that I've used, as you can see, for different test stains. We're going to go ahead and tighten that down and then go back and forth for a few times on this side, and then we'll flip it over and check out the other side as well.
My goodness. This is heads and shoulders above my previous setup. Flat, flat, flat. Cast iron griddle, flat. No grooves even. No grooves. On my old setup, you'd have grooves every time I cut something, where it just wasn't quite perfect on set.
I am really happy with the setup. Again, it's from Stone Coat Countertops. I've got an affiliate link in my bio and in the description of the video. Be sure to hit them up and get one. For the quality and the price and the ease of use, it's great for small shops. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and leave me some comments.